guys, this is Alex with Monroe's Homes. We're on location, Crown Shore Drive. This is one of our current projects, Northwest Dallas. Love the area. I want to tell you a little bit about this house. 4-bed, 3-bath, perfect family house. Built in the 60s, but did not feel like it. Everything in this house was over-engineered. All the countertops had concrete sublayers. Every tile in here was like cemented down to the ground. We couldn't get anything out of it. Demo was a nightmare. Mid-century modern. Bones were beautiful. Already had open spaces, not segmented rooms. It was way before its time. We were super excited to get into it. There was a few things that were challenges. Natural light was a big problem, we knew that, so we had to add windows. All the easy ones are in, the ones that just popped out and popped in. What's left are the tricky bits. Quick exterior look at where that window is gonna go. This beautiful masonry wall, circa 1965. We had glass blocks for windows. Those had to come out. On a scale of 1 to 10, this renovation, complicated, it's probably like an 8.5 out of 10. It was a big project, but when we stepped inside, you knew instantly that this is gonna be a great project. When it's done, it's gonna feel like a brand new home. It's been an insane project. I wanna take you back, show you all of those little things we just did. So let's go back in time and let's start from the beginning. Let's highlight all those processes and show you how we did it from start to finish. Let's go. Overall, what we're doing here is we're gonna improve this grill. This original back in, I don't know, the 70s, 60s. So you're gonna walk out of the kitchen. We'll have our sitting area here. Initially, we were gonna put the grill here, but then we'd be cutting into our sitting area, and that's not what we want. We want more outdoor living, this great backyard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour a 9-foot by 4-foot slab, reinforced concrete. We're gonna bring a plumber in to take this gas line that feeds this grill. There's already gas in here. He's gonna extend it back, and we're gonna build a block, CMU block island out here and drop a big 36-inch grill in the top with a side burner, all gonna be fed by natural gas. So, first step is pouring the slab. We'll set a 8-inch by 8-inch by 16-inch CMU block, the hollow core blocks, cinder blocks, around the edge, and then put 2 supporting columns inside to support the weight of the grill. A lot of people don't know, like, the weight of the grill is supported by the flange sitting on the countertop. So you need to run, you can't just have a hollow countertop with nothing in the middle of it. The weight of that grill will just crush and crack the countertop, and it will just collapse in on itself. So we have to put 2 support block walls inside, the right width to seat that grill. But this is the first step of what's gonna be a really great outdoor kitchen. Good. So we're using number 8 rebar. We're gonna cut these at about 2 foot, hammer them in, dowel them in nice and tight, and then tie the tails together, and that's gonna make a wire mesh of 18-inch on center. Concrete, as it dries, as it cures, it will always crack. Concrete just cracks. So the more you can add steel often enough, it'll minimize cracking into just little hairlines and not. We're just gonna try to stop it from cracking and separating because we're doing a block grill. That's what we're doing here, is pouring this to build a grill on top out of CMU block. So we don't want it to crack, because then we'll get cracks in our block grill, and that's no good. No one likes cracked grills. All right, let's tie some steel. So you gotta keep this, you want it about halfway through the slab, at least 2 inches down. So we just laid all this in there. Now you want to tie it together into like a mesh. So when I was in high school, I got started in construction working for my dad, and all summer long, I'd do this. I'd be just like this. Tie it, move down, tie it, move down, and you bend over like that for like 10 hours a day. It was miserable, and I hated every second of it, and I don't know how people do it. I got the utmost respect for someone who's a career concrete jockey. My dad rides a desk now, so I got no respect for him. Make my dad proud right now, all the concreters out there. Pro tip number 1, pouring concrete. When you tie your steel down here, you don't want it, when you turn it, you want it to turn it across the bar. You don't want to go the other way and go this way, because then if your bar turns, it gets loose like that. When you're tying it, you pull it across so that it's perpendicular across that top bar. As you tighten it, it gets real tight. Concrete. Introduce you to my sweetie here. This is the Ryobi concrete mixer. I think it's four cubic yards or cubic feet of concrete can be mixed in here. We're going to dump a bag in at 2.7 liters of water, which is the recommended on the Quikrete bags for some 5,000 psi concrete. You mix it up, dump it in a wheelbarrow, and take it right over there. It's not enough concrete to warrant paying a truck to come. There's usually a minimum of whatever the cubic yards is. We're like under a cubic yard, so we couldn't even get a truck if we wanted to. So we're going to be mixing it semi by hand, mostly with this big fella here, and it's going to be a long afternoon. Hopefully we're done before dark. Fun fact about concrete, this is pre-mixed Portland cement and sand. Ideally, like somebody said, this is bags of concrete. This is not bags of concrete. This is bags of pre-mixed cement and sand. It becomes concrete after you mix it with water and you pour it and it hardens, then it is concrete. But this is bags of pre-mixed cement, turns to concrete after it's been mixed and poured. So don't let people tell you this is bags of concrete. Just laugh at them, okay? Because you're better than that. Now you know this is cement and sand pre-mixed. Very important part of pouring concrete is drainage, because you can't fix it after you pour it. So you got to make sure that you have positive drainage away from the house. So we're going to this patio slopes like that, so all the water runs out that way. So we matched this height. We laid a 6-foot level across, match these two heights. So we're making sure that we keep that line and mirror this patio. So we've got one steady drainage. In case any water gets on the countertop, gets inside here, it's all gonna run that way, and we're gonna put 2 weep holes in the countertop at that end. So if water gets inside, it'll drain out that way with positive drainage. But you gotta make sure that you don't have any low spots in the middle, because the water will pool up in there. You'll have standing water. No bueno. Another important part of doing this is just get knee pads sewn into your pants, but also you set your perimeter boards, you set your batter boards, the top of them at the finished height, so you can then set your 2x4 on top, and you can run your screed right down it just like that. So it's sitting, I cut this 2x4 so it sits on the edge and on that 2x4, and when I screed this way, I'm taking off all the excess, and it's leaving me with that perfect level, the same as this height right here. A little too much. We just poured the patio, the patio extension for the grill. It's real soupy. It's gonna set up and start curing and kind of thicken up. When it does that, we'll get out a mag. It's a hand trowel that's made of magnesium, and we'll mag finish this, and we'll just smooth it out. Right now it's too wet to really work. It just kind of slops around. So you let it cure for about an hour, come back and you work it, and you can really get a nice finish with that mag hand trowel. But for now, we're gonna clean up and wait for it to set up. Come on, how great is that? Alexa's gonna wonder how much that costs. The answer is a lot, but I like it. It makes me happy. So that was basically day 1 of the Crown Shore project. Tomorrow, the block shows up. We're gonna do a little bit of masonry for the grill. We're also going to start setting interior stone walls. We're not doing a veneer, we're doing real stone walls on the interior. We're going to reuse some of the old material that we pulled out of the house. So we got about 100 bags of type S mortar getting dropped off and 155 CMU blocks. And that'll be what we're working on tomorrow, as well as building out the tool shed. I need a tagline. Men doing men shit. I don't often toot my own horn, but on occasion it needs to be tooted. This is one of those occasions. The front facade of the house, we thought it was a little weak. So what we decided to do was go with a taller front door. So we made this 92 inches tall, upward of $5,000. He quoted this door at
There has to be some.
morning. Yeah, it's going. Hate the camera. Camera hates me, so we got that going for us.